Hello. Welcome everyone to JLABTV. I am JLAB and this is Football Manager 2022, the Modena beta save. We're in our second season and we failed to get promoted, so here we are. If you weren't here for 2 videos ago or something and you're suddenly wondering, wait, why are you still in Series C, the Liga Pro Corona B? That's why we failed. Also, we've managed to trim our wage budget quite a bit and I'm very excited for it. So we are going to go over transfers very quickly before we take on Pescara for the 5th time in just 2 seasons in the Coppa Italia preliminary round, which I had no idea we were even invited to, but apparently we are. So we're going to take on Pescara today and we're going to go over the transfers we've made because there's been quite a few and I'm excited for it because I think we're pretty good now. So I suppose the first things we need to talk about is actually the departures. In the last video, we let go of Arzi. He is being paid 1.1 grand a week. We sold him for 44,000. He's now worth between 10 to 110,000. I think it was a good deal. We got that sort of money for him because I don't think he's worth that kind of money myself. And he's playing in the Brazilian leagues and has got a 5.37 rating. Yeah, that doesn't look so well for him, does it now? And we also got rid of Marotta, and he's being paid less than Subteril that he was being paid by us, and he's now considered just a 3-star player. How he got paid 3.5 grand before, I do not know. But the fact he's no longer with us, and is only considered to be a good Liga Pro Corona B player, is pretty good for business now that I've got him for the books. I mean, he played 19 times and got 3 goals for us. I think that tells you a lot. And then his last club, he got 12 goals and 15. No wonder we wanted him. But we should not be paying that sort of money for a guy that we're never going to start in our first team. Admittedly, I can see why they've done it, because they were probably going to play with 2 strikers up front, but he's not got the pace. He's just not got the pace. He's got everything else, but the pace is shot, and I don't want old players on high contracts. Stop duo, thank you very much. We got rid of this guy, left on a free transfer. I don't care. Same with this guy, we let go of him on a free transfer. Wasn't going to be needed, and thank God he's gone. So we may have got rid of Fabio Scarcello in the end. 2.5 stars. 33-year-old, and only to be signed as a last resort. Yeah, that's a good sign that we've done good business here. 51 grand he's worth. He's playing in the second tier of Dutch football. He's not for sale, and quite frankly, I don't know why he would be for sale. He's on a 2-year deal. He's literally just signed. But I think, again, we've been very good, and we got good money from him, and we got rid of a load of wages as well. We're still paying £400 a week for him, but we got rid of a lot of wage budget from getting rid of him, and I am excited. Yes, he got 3 goals in 19 and had a 6.9 rating, but he was being paid too much money and we need to get that off the books. And the last person we got rid of was Mattia Menesso. He's being paid just £600 a week. We are paying £550 a week for him, so he's technically paid 1.1 grand a week. We only played him 6 times. Yeah, he's worth 1 grand to 10 grand. We sold him for 10 grand. I think we've done pretty well to get that sort of money out of him, because he only got a 6.58 rating. But we looked to get rid of him, we got rid of him, and now he's no longer walking to us. Because we wanted him gone, and I'm happy we got rid of him. So, that's the players we got rid of on transfers. Who did we bring in on transfers? So Mosley was signed officially for 170,000. I don't know why either. That was not something I chose to do. But he's worth 35 to 275,000, so if we're lucky, we might be able to sell him for profit. If we're lucky, and he played 7 times for us last year and got a goal. So we're going to give him more game time, I think, this year, considering we've not really made a lot of signs in midfield, and we didn't need to. So we just had to buck the trend and get rid of some dead wood, and we're good. We really are. What I'm very happy about, though, is the signing of Giuseppe Liacono. So, on a free transfer, we got this guy being paid 1.9 grand a week. This is what happens when you've got an idea in mind of what you want to do. Yes, he's only 6 foot. I know some people only get players in the centre-back positions if they're 6'2" or something, but light-hearted, experience. We need experience. We need someone with good personality. This guy ticks all the boxes and is good enough to play in every single role we play. So, while he's not the fastest in the world, 11 acceleration, 11 pace, he is still good enough for what we're looking for, and he can play in the roles I need him to, and I'm delighted we got him, because quite frankly, a free transfer this guy, it just made sense. He only played 13 times last year for Guinea in the Serie B, but honestly, He ticks our boxes, and we consider him to be a Serie B player, a good Serie B player, which tells you a lot about how good of a signing this guy is in my mind. And then we made a signing for £18,000. We signed Andrea Cagnano for £18,000. He's just played 10 times for Como last year. He is already worth £35,000 to £150,000, 24 years of age, and he's my starting left back. And he's a very attacking boy. Oh boy. He's very attacking. He's got 10 marking. He is literally the most complete player I could find on the left-hand side, and I needed someone on the left back. I need someone on the right back. This is the guy I wanted at left back. 18,000 we signed him for. He's good enough to be what I'm looking for. He's a leading player for this division who could become a Serie B player in the future. But honestly, 18,000, we're paying £2,000 a week, yes, but he's a starter. He will start for us. And if we were to compare him to Rossetti, it's kind of a no contest, honestly. The physicals, much better. He's faster too. Yes, the vision, attacking, and technicals are not as good, same with the mentals of defending, but honestly, I think I've won out here, especially when you realise what we're looking for and what we're needing from this situation. So, I think we've got a good talent here, and the fact we have Rossetti on the bench, who's been paid £3.3 a week for sitting on the bench effectively, I need to get rid of him, I think, at some point, get another left back to replace him, but a good sign. Physicals, he absolutely destroys Rossetti, and that is what we needed someone to do. Destroy them in the physical sense. Mentals, Rossetti's actually better, and some of the technicals too, but in all honesty, we needed someone who was younger, had more potential, and more talent to come through, and a good Serie C player versus a good Serie B player. I just feel like he makes sense as a signing. He really did, and it just made a lot of sense to bring this guy in. So happy we did. A good £18,000 spent, I think. And he's on a 3-year deal, so he's going to be with us for a while. So we can definitely make a profit if someone wants to buy him from us. So for a goalkeeper who's going to be a backup, 17.25 grand is not a terrible price. And when you consider that this guy is considered to be a leading player in this division, and he's content with being a backup, I am very happy indeed. He's the backup for Gagno. We needed a good backup goalkeeper. And if you look at the two goalkeepers here, Cofenti is younger by a year, but I think we've got someone who can be really good for us if we needed him to be, and that is the dream. It really is the dream. We needed a good backup goalkeeper. We've got a good backup goalkeeper now, and quite frankly, I've got two really good goalkeepers that could start for us at any point in the season. We really do. Oh, did I tell you that I am being pretty good with the transfers this year? Yeah, we might have got Shakur Omar on loan from Atalanta for the season. We're paying just 1.9 grand a week. He's damaged his foot, this is why he's not available right now. But I gotta say here now, if we were to compare him to Chomalada, I think he's better than Chomalada, which might be controversial to say this. Okay, it's very controversial to say this, but I just think for what he offers us, I think he's very good. And he can play as a striker too, so if we were to compare him to Ogensiyi, this could be a very interesting prospect. And okay, Ogensiyi's better, but given the two options we have, I think we're looking good. And I'd rather have the opportunity to say, yes, this is a good signing. And I make Omar's the better player on the left-hand side. He's an inside forward for us. He's considered to be a Serie B player, and he's got very good potential. So Atalanta will be using him in the future. He's already played twice for them. So if that's not a sign that this guy's really good, I don't know what does. So he's also considered to be the next Kenneth Anderson. And Kenneth Anderson apparently was pretty good. With 83 caps and 31 goals. He's not a bad person to be compared to, is it now? So, another loan signing, this time for Juventus. And it's JLAB Peters. And for 1.3 grand a week, I think he's pretty good. Another Serie B player who could be a Serie A player in the future. Honestly, if you told me that I could get someone this good at the beginning of the season, I probably would not have believed you. But we've got him now, and he's just really well-rounded. He really is. If we don't win the league this year, then something's gone really wrong, you'd think. Surely. He was at Standard Liège last year, playing in the top tier of Belgian football. If that doesn't tell you just how good of a signing this is, I don't know what does. So hopefully, we can use this guy to his full potential. Especially now we know he's been at loan to Standard Liège of all teams. And playing on a regular basis. So a few signings for the future this time in Eduardo Sottini. He is a player we bought on a free transfer, being paid £600 a week. He's not amazing. He's only 5'11", but he's young. He's very young, 19 years of age, has a lot of potential to be a really good defender in the future. Should be at least a be defender in the future. We'll get him in the mentoring group. We'll get him to get some experience and to throw him in every now and again for when he needs to play. He's already made appearances in this division last year. They did a 6.42, which is not a good sign, but he's got experience and that's good. But the reason he won't be starting is because we've got Ramon Hendricks. Ramon Hendricks, we've not paid a single penny for him to have him on loan from Feyenoord. He's introduced to a sports owner right now. Given this is what we're paying him, 0.0% of his 1.3 grand a week, I think we've got a pretty good deal here. He's on his last year of contract with Feyenoord, and also he played 12 times in the Eredivisie last year, mostly from the bench, but he's been playing the Eredivisie, and now he's with us. He's good enough to be in the Serie B again, so we've got really good talents coming in this year. We really do. And he can be a fullback too if we need him to be, though he's not got the best crossing, so I'd definitely say he's more of a centre-back. But honestly, I think he's pretty good. Another loanee, this time in Denzel Hall. Now, he's a Jamaican. I don't remember him being Jamaican before we started this, so has he just changed his nationality? He was Dutch when I last checked. So he's going to accept call-ups from Jamaica. And for a right-back, who could be a right back on support, or it could be a wing back on support, or a complete wing back. He's really good. Is he amazing? No, but he's good enough to be a player in this division, and I think the fullbacks are the weakness in the team, but we've got cover. This guy has played for the first team in Feyenoord 2, did it 5 times last year, so again, someone who got game time in the Eredivisie, really good to bring in, and the last person we bought him was his goalkeeper, so we've now got 3 goalkeepers, and with Giovanni Gabriel Gorafani in goal as the third goalkeeper, we've got someone who could be good. Brought from Juventus because he was let go. He was terrible in the Juventus under-23 team, but given that he's had experience and he came from the bench 3 times, he conceded 8 goals, yes, but he's not going to be a first-choice goalkeeper for us. We have got him in the mentoring group with the other 2 goalkeepers, and I think given what he can do in the future and how good he is going to be, he's 2 stars for us, and that's considered good enough for this division. So really, he's more for potential than actual current ability, which I think tells you everything you need to know about this guy. But that's all the signings we've made, and I think we should be the favourites for the league. And given that we have a 4-9 odds on to win the league, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players in the Media Dream 11, if we don't win the league, then something has gone very, very wrong, and I should just leave right here now and never play the save ever again. Because this is a season we should be winning. We've strengthened in a lot of areas, and we've got a good team now. But we are going to be taking on Pescara first and foremost, who actually, I was looking at the pre-season preview for Serie B, are not a bad team, and the fact they are predicted to be in 14th in the league tells me that they are actually a decent team. So the idea that they were lucky last year to beat us for the league title is not something I'm going to take into consideration, considering they're now this good in Serie B already, and they've just been promoted along with Bari, Sampdoria, and Monopoly. I think we've got to look at it and say, we have to win the league this season. Now we don't have Pescara in the league, and we are considered to be the best team outright in the league this year. There's also 5 new promoted teams in our division, and I've never seen it before, so good luck to them. Really, good luck to them. Still, we're taking on Pescara in the Coppa Italia preliminary round. We're going to hope to win. I do think we can definitely win, and they want me to still go for the 4-2-3-1 because of Tremalada, but I'm not going to. I just don't think we need to. Unfortunately, we do have a few injury concerns. Leo Connie was actually injured before this game started, as is Diopala. Rossetti's currently injured. He's out for 2 more days, but he's on the bench anyway. Gurley's also out for 5 to 10 days because of a fractured toe. He's not fit, so we won't be putting him in the starting lineup, even if he is someone who should probably be around. And we've got Omar, who's out for 5 to 10 days due to damaged foot. We've got Amelino, who's suspended. And we've got Hendricks, who's out due to sports hernia for 4 to 5 weeks, which means he'll definitely be missing the start of the season. But either way, this is a starting lineup we're going for. Gagno, Hall, Leocano, Baroni, Cagnano, Pietes, Mosti, Tromalada, Giovannini, Bonfanti, and Ogenci. So, I like to think we can beat Pescara this time and get to the first round of the Coppa Italia for the first time proper. Let's see how we do, shall we? I swear, every time I take up Pescara, there's no heights in the first half of these days, but we've got nothing to worry about, and I think we should be fine. Shouldn't be replays, and it shouldn't be extra time. It might go straight to the penalties, hopefully, but if it goes to penalties or it goes to extra time, then we're going to be okay. We're controlling possession, though, so that's something at least. Okay, this is zoomed in a lot more than I thought it would be. What the heck? Okay, we got a highlight now. So let's see. Actually, I didn't mention this guy, but he's back on loan, on loan for us, and August had a chance. This feels like a very zoomed out for some reason. Okay, we're in extra time. I was hoping it wouldn't go to extra time, but we've been the better team apparently, so we literally had the only highlight of the game, which is interesting. Okay, so they got the ball. I'm going to zoom in because I don't know what's going on with the cameras, but it feels like it's not zooming out enough in some areas, but it zooms out too closely or something. I feel like something's broken the cameras, but they have a chance from a counter-attack, and Hall is going to be sent off. I was about to take him off and everything. That's awkward. Okay, so we got to take off Bonfanti. Hold on. Does that mean the strategy worked? Because he's just been taken off. What happens here? Okay, the camera's fixed. I just had to reverse the entire time, which is slightly awkward. But they got the man advantage now, which means we shouldn't win, and they have taken the lead. I'm not upset, honestly, that Cancelotti's got the opening goal. I was kind of half expecting to be losing this game ever since we kind of had a moment where we were taking on a team that had a numerical advantage over us and are a good team. So 1-0 Pescara, they'd have taken the lead. Ironically enough, that's the first time I've had a red card, and it didn't seem like it was a major, because it was only after the red card we really had issues. So yeah, okay, something to work on, but not the end of the world either. I wasn't concerned. I was never expecting to win this game. And honestly, to be completely honest with you, I don't think I care for this competition because we're not going to be good enough for this competition anyway. So we lose 1-0. We had a red card. It didn't save us at all. And Coppa Italia, we're fine. We're not really taking part anytime soon. So good stuff. What we are going to do though is end this here. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. Hope you guys like and share this video. And that you subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a lot. What do you think of the signings we made, and what do you think of our chance in the league? I think we're going to be pretty good, and the fact that we kind of held Pescara to a draw and actually looked like a better team before the red card gives me a good reason to be optimistic. But either way, until next time, goodbye, and well, good night.